Okay, so welcome back. Today is January 18th. We're going to continue our lesson on Photopea with a tool called Select. So you're going to see there are a lot of options for Select. It's not just simple Select. It is really a good tool. And so students will use a selection tool and its properties to make a character from a cartoon of their choice. That's what you're going to do today. It is going to be the due date for this assignment is Saturday and week of January 16th to 11th. And you're not able to submit anything after that date. Okay, so let's go on Photopea. Hey guys, we're gonna work with tools that are called selection tools. So you see this as a rectangle select. The shortcut for it is M. So I want to clarify something, guys. Some people say I'm clicking on M, but it's not getting me that. No, guys. Since select has different versions, like I have elliptical select, which selects circular selections, and I have a rectangle, right? Since my screen is small, and they cannot put every single tool. They just kind of shelf it in. So it's like in like a shelf. So to see all the tools that has something to do with select, you have to click on that tool and hold it down. You see, you are able to choose among these two, and they both have the same shortcut M. It just whatever is here will be activated. So if I were to let's say I'm on a brush, if I click on letter M, it's gonna, you see, activate my select, and I'm able to do square selections, rectangle selections. But if you were to hold it down and change it to ellipse, now I'm able to do elliptical selections. All right. For example, why does it matter to use square or ellipse? If you guys have a human body and you want to select the face, of course you're gonna use elliptical, right? You're not gonna use a square to select his like face. You have to use elliptical. That's why it's different. Now, for every select, so you see, I have a rectangle select, I have elliptical select, and I also have a lasso select, which is looks like an actual lasso of cowboys, what they use to catch the cattle, right? They toss it on a cattle. And there's another thing called polygon, which is kind of similar to lasso, but it's based off lines, like straight lines. Lasso is like free. And then I also have magnetic. So you know what magnetic is? Magnetic detects the your image and then sticks to the lines around your image. This is like really cool one when you want to deal with very detailed images. For example, I have a human person standing in the desert. I want to select the human, and then the magnetic will detect the human, and it's going to add the lines automatically. We're going to do it in a bit. But what we're going to do today is not magnetic, not polygonal. Actually, you can use those too. What I want to talk about today is for every select, we have a bunch of options here. You see all these options? They change depending on the tool. Look, I'm going to click on another tool, and it changes. You see, it gets more. For example, I pick a background color, and you see it changes. So this bar here is changing depending on which tool you are picking. So we're gonna use select. Now look, I want to use select, and let's look at the options. So first one here, it's called regular. So if I were to use a selection tool, let's say I'm gonna select this portion, okay? Or I change my mind, I want to select this portion, that one will be canceled, and then it's going to select the new portion. Or I want to select this part, it's going to select it, but this one will be canceled. That's called a normal mode. Does it make sense? The second one is called unite. As from its name, it's going to unite both selections. So look, I want to do a selection here, and I also want to select another part of the image. You see, it saves both selections are selected at the same time. It's like adding up. Or I want to select this portion. Let's say, imagine a group of people. I want to select multiple faces at once. You're going to use unite. You're going to select every single face, and they all will be selected at the same time. Understood? That's what's called unite. This one here is called subtract, which means if I have a selection and I have another selection, it's going to subtract the second from the first. Let's say I have a big one, right? And I want to cut out the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just select the middle, and it's going to cut it out. Now, which part of my page's part of selection is selected? Let's color it and see. You see, only that part. But if it was in a normal mode, let's say if I have a normal mode here, I want to color it to, let's say, blue. When you click on paint blue, it is going to paint this whole thing. Here, you see. If I want to, let's say, color the edges of my rectangle, what do? I'm going to get a rectangular tool. Okay, and I'm going to use unite. So I'm going to add one here, one here, one here, and then one here. Okay, and I'm going to change it to color it to green, let's say, and it is going to color all of them at once. See, that's the beauty, the unite selection, because I selected 4 parts separately, and it's going to act like one selection. So you color one, it's going to affect all of them because they are united. They are like one part. Let's say I'm using subtract. Let's say I have a rectangular selection here, right? I want to use a subtract and then change my selection to circle and want to cut out the circle. Oh, wait a minute. I have to redo it. So rectangle, use the circle. All right. Wondering why it's not working. Am I picking the wrong one? Oh, subtract. I have to pick subtract here. Now you see when I color this, it's gonna color the edges, but center is not colored because I subtracted it from the circle, from the square. All right, and the last one is called intersect. The intersect only keeps the intersecting part of 2 objects. For example, look, I have 2 circles, right? Like this. Look, I have circle here. I have circle here. I have circle here. You see, it keeps on this intersected part. And I have a circle here, there. And if you were to color it, you would have something like this. Does that make sense? So today, what I'm going to ask you to is use this 2, like primarily rectangular ellipse, and then work with these 4 options. Okay? Then one last thing. One last thing. Let me color this. So one thing you guys need to know. When you do a selection, you see the edges of the selection is glowing, right? It means it's a mode of being selected. Sometimes if you want to prefer some other jobs, you cannot do those until you cancel this. So look, I'm gonna color this to yellow, and then you see it's still glowing. So if you want to perform another task, you have to cancel that glowing. To do that, I have to cancel it by pressing Control D, which is also under select. You see? Deselect, Control D. So it is selected right now, but I have to deselect it. You either go on the select, click on deselect, or you have to click on Control D. That's a shortcut. That's what I constantly do. Otherwise, it's going to cause problems. Okay? There. You see, it's not glowing anymore. Yes. Can you let me finish first? So guys, I'm gonna go with Mickey Mouse. Let me create a new page. Can we please watch the language? I'm recording it. All right. So new project. I'm gonna make it 20 by 20. 20 by 20. All right. Now I'm gonna do a character. So I'll go with Mickey Mouse. For Mickey Mouse, I'm gonna use a circular because you know Mickey Mouse is all about made of circles. So I'm gonna use unite. Look, I'm adding the head and adding the ears. You see, they being combined, and I'm in a unite mode right now. Adding another ear, and color it there. And I need to cancel the selection. How do I cancel the selection? Control D. Control D. Now I'm gonna add a pair of eyes. Again, select a circular again, and then keep it on unite again. Eye, another eye, and change the color to, let's say, white. I'm not good at drawing, I'm just doing my best. There. Control D to deselect. You see this glowing? I'm adding another set of circles for eye pupils. Here will be a scary Mickey Mouse. And what would be the perfect color for pupil eye? Eye pupil, sorry. Black, right? Color it to black. Control D. How does Mickey Mouse's nose look like? I don't remember. Okay, vertical oval. Something like this. Oh, okay, here. Control D. The other one looked like koala. Like this. Okay, what color? And what was the mouse? Look, the mouth. For mouse, I want to use a lasso, guys, because I can't do the perfect mouse. So I'm gonna try to do the mouse. I don't know. Let it be something like this. All right. Let's color it to something brighter. All right. I don't know, something like this. And maybe make it look like lips. Well, you do it better, guys. I told you, I don't have drawing skills. Here. And you just submit your character. Any questions?